Hey guys, welcome back to another Clash Royale video. I made a new deck that has an average elixir cost of 3.5 elixir. It runs the Goblin, Archers, Spear Goblin, Fireball, Minion, Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A, and the Minion Horde. So I've actually had quite a bit of success with it. So since this 3-1 loss against Card, I switched up my deck, and I've won majority of my battles except for 3. The last one was against a level 8 player. The problem with his deck was that he didn't have either the arrows or the fireball to counter any of my smaller troops. So I'm going to jump into a replay and show you what happened. So most players, they usually run either the arrows or the fireball to counter against the minion horde, minions, goblins, spear goblins, or any small squishy troops. So at this point I didn't know whether or not he had it. So I started off with the spear goblins. And to counter his giant I used the goblin and the minions. So now he's played 2 cards. And he still hasn't used any arrows, so I was like, okay. I'm going to back up my mini P.E.K.K.A on the left with my minion horde. And the fact that he didn't arrow those gave me a pretty good signal that he probably did not have either the fireball or the arrow. So I took the first crown victory, first crown lead. And now I have to play a bit of defense. So against the prince, again, the best way to distract it is by playing a bunch of small troops, such as the goblins, barbarians, or skeletons. And at this point, I knew for sure he didn't have the arrows or fireball since he hasn't used it at all. So I probably should have played my minion horde on his giant, but decided not to and played it on his mini P.E.K.K.A. Give him the well played since he almost took down my left crown tower. And since he didn't have any of the 2, fireball or arrow, I decided to be a bit more aggressive on the right crown tower, bringing it down to 646 HP. So right now, both my towers are low on HP, so I had to play a bit of defense. And I managed to take out his hog before it took out my right crown tower. So to distract his prince, I actually used my giant and then my spear goblins to back it up and take out those minions. So I used the archers to try to distract the Valkyrie, and the minion horde to try to take out the mini P.E.K.K.A, but it wasn't. They couldn't take him out fast enough and leave him the left crown tower. He also took the right crown tower with his hog, and now he's up 2-1. So since we're tied 2-2, and his crown tower has low HP, I decided to just spam a bunch of small troops on his side of the map, and was able to take the 3-2 victory. Now we're gonna jump into a live attack, and hopefully I can show you guys how I play. And it's gonna be up against Noise from the Woohoo clan, who's the level 7 player. So he's playing his musketeer from the back, so I'm gonna try to counter that with my archers. And he probably, since he played his Tesla right there, I'm pretty sure he probably has a bunch of, probably has some sort of defense card. So I'm going to play a bunch of small cards to distract it while my mini P.E.K.K.A gets across. And hopefully it does a bit of damage on his right crown tower. So he has the minion horde, and to counter that I'm going to use my fireball. Now I'm going to wait for my Elixir to build up before making another push. So you place the giant from the back, which is what I like to do as well. So I'm going to wait till he gets to my side and then counter it. So I'm going to play my own giant from the back on the opposite side. This way it forces him to defend using some troops on that side as well. So once his musketeer gets onto my side, I'm going to drop my minion horde on top of it to get rid of that first, and then the giant. So I'm going to back up my giant with the mini P.E.K.K.A, who runs directly to his crown tower, and was able to bring it down to 600 HP. So now my push on the right side should be able to take out his right crown tower. And there goes his first crown tower, and now we're tied 1-1. Technically I'm up since his left crown tower only has 1064 HP and he hasn't done any damage to my crown tower. So I'm going to play my giant from the back and do a slow push down the left hand lane, followed out with my archers. And he's going to play his musketeer behind his giant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a bunch of cards to distract. Okay. So he's able to take my right crown tower, and I was able to take his left crown tower, so right now we're tied 2-2. So I'm going to push with my giant and my minions, and this way he's forced to defend on his side, and since he uses arrows, now I can use my minion horde. So that should be enough to take his crown tower, his king tower, and gives me the 3-2 victory as well. So that gave me 34 trophies, a silver chest, and 11 gold. So give this deck a try. Tell me how it works for you guys. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, peace.